As most of the videos in this series are showing, my initial movement and the most important thing for me to do at the moment of an attack is to move my body offline and away from the threat. Before we worry about our hands and what to grab and what techniques we're trying to do, before we can do any of that, we have to learn how to get offline and how to move our body, our hips, and our legs before you worry about the hands. So in the very beginning, we assume hanmi, which is a very thin stance in Aikido. It's not a terribly wide stance. Both heels are almost on the same line. Take a comfortable step back. And one of the first things that you'll see is irimi, which literally means to enter. And it basically just looks like a step forward. So irimi, we'll step forward. Irimi, step forward. So in Aikido, you generally consider the movements to be very circular, which is true. Your hips are moving in a circle, but the feet are moving in a very linear fashion. So irimi, irimi. The next set of tai sabaki, or body movement that we're going to see, is tenkan. Tenkan, basic hanmi, pivot the hips and step straight back. Pivot the hips and step straight back. Again, like in irimi, this is a very linear foot movement. They move backwards on a line, not a large circle. So we're keeping our feet close together in a linear form. From the other side, again, pivot, step back, tenkan, tenkan, tenkan. So the next series or set of tai sabaki that we'll use quite often is kaiten. And kaiten is literally just a pivot. Just going to turn my hips, but the feet stay relatively close to where they began. Kaiten, kaiten, kaiten. So it's not a terribly complicated group of movements. We've got three basic steps: irimi, tenkan, kaiten. So with a partner, you can generally see how a lot of the techniques look a little confusing. So shomenuchi. This is a lot of movement. When you break it down, irimi, tenkan, kaiten, kaiten, irimi. So just using those three steps that we've learned, we can execute larger techniques. Shomenuchi, irimi, tenkan, kaiten. Straight down, ikkyo ura. Irimi tenkan, irimi tenkan kaiten, irimi tenkan kaiten. So many of the techniques that we do in Aikido look very complicated, but once you get the basic steps down and figure out how to arrange them in various orders, the Aikido techniques become much more simplistic. Tai sabaki, basic body movement.